Oh, guess I'm not going back that way.
I'm remembering seeing that specific scene right there, that very short shot of him saying, "Guess I'm not going back that way," in the Live and Reloaded version, but he was wearing some kind of hat with hair on it, like a little hat and wig. I don't know what that was supposed to be. I thought it was like trying to turn the scene into an Indiana Jones parody or something. I have no idea. Which, yeah. Conker has been just kind of butchered since this game's existence. And I know that you can't get up here, I'm just seeing what's keeping you from getting up here. I think it's just an invisible wall. Yeah, right there, invisible wall. You should logically be able to get up there to escape, but you can't. Here's Greg again. What's up, Greg?
I don't bloody believe it. They've got fish versions of the little bastards now. Come here.
Catfish.
Oh, what's the little again? I got your
Just
number.
like in Mississippi, where every restaurant is a freaking catfish restaurant.
Yes, not long for you now, you little prick.
So we're just gonna leave him to his devices, and, move on over here. Let's mosey on. Yeah, oh, what was I gonna say? About Conker, yeah. Conker's just had a rough post-life, because he pretty much died after this game was made. Because Conker's Live and Reloaded, which was originally just going to be a multiplayer game with the bonus of a Conker's Bad Fur Day remake on the side, but then it ended up just being Conker's Bad Fur Day with a different multiplayer, and it wasn't as good. Or maybe it was better. I don't know, but the actual game wasn't better. But yeah, since then there was that, like, HoloLens Conker, where he looks like a disease. And then there was Project Spark, which actually looked decent, but nowhere near the quality of what he had with this game.
You again. Why don't you piss off? Can't you see I'm busy? I suppose you want to go up there now, do you? Where there's lots of money, no doubt. One of those
Heck yeah.
ancestors of yours.
Money. That's all I live for is money, money, money.
Unbloody dead. I mean, it's even worse than bloody cats.
Oh, what's worse than cats? Really? Are you sure you want to say that, Greg? I mean, I like cats far more than the undead, but I didn't think that you would.
That kills it. Slap to the head. Nothing more, nothing less. Here, it's better than a pissing frying pan, that's for sure. Take it. That's it. Piss off.
I do believe we still use the frying pan at later points in the game. Maybe not for any practical purposes, but we'll still have it in certain points.
Still, if it gets on his nerves, then that's alright by me. And what was that about, an ancestor? Undead ancestor. Well, if he's undead, then technically that makes him kinda dead. Which means I should get the inheritance. I mean, how bad can a handful of dead people be? They're dead. Well, undead. Now, let's see. Shotgun.
Just the kind of classic dialogue you can expect from Conker. What was that thing he did at the end?
Let's go.
As soon as that cutscene ended, he had his middle finger down and his other fingers up, and he was kind of touching his mouth like... I don't know, like... like Dr. Evil, except with instead of just one pinky raised, he had his pinky and his index finger both raised. Okay, I need to get used to how this works, because suddenly the gameplay is a little bit different here. You hold Z, shoot by letting go of Z, R is aim, and you can strafe with the left and right C buttons, which is kind of funky. And also, if you want to bother to look, some of the gravestones have humorous names on them, like R Soul, otherwise known as Arsehole. There's probably like C Man and stuff. That one, what does that one say? Mr. I.C. Nuts, I'm pretty sure is what that said. Sometimes it's nice to just shoot them to get them further away from you. Nope, that's no good. That's no good. Thankfully I can strafe backwards as well. Alright, moving forward. Keep moving forward. As they say in Meet the Robinsons, and that became kind of my life phrase. And then I had that as my, like, thumbnail icon on my Windows computer way back when. And then my friend came over and he said, I hated that movie. And I was like, come on, man, it's my thumbnail. Obviously it has some importance to me if I made it my thumbnail. Like, just that specific phrase, not the actual, not anything from the movie. Okay, let's try not to have any more deaths here. Let's just run away like this for a while. I'm sure this looks terribly goofy, but oh well, who cares? Maybe I can get a nice shot from them up from the top of a tombstone. If I can even land on one of these tombstones. It's like they have no surface on the top. Okay, I'm surprised I didn't die there. Can I land on this one? Why do none of these have... Okay, this one has a little bit of walkability. Good, good. No, not enough walkability, apparently. I've never tried to abuse this before. I just figure maybe I can this time because I want to preserve my chocolate. Can I get to you from here? Might be a little bit too close for my tastes. And of course I died from fall damage, because this game's fall damage is Prince of Persia. That's a bit of an embarrassing point to die on, honestly, but what can you do? Kind of figured this would happen with the back half of the game, though. There's the cutscene again. Maybe I won't beat the rest of this game in one sitting like I thought that I might. Maybe this will just be the bad... like, I don't know, the lame recording session. Because these are kind of all the points that I don't like as much, kind of getting them out of the way. The part of the game after this is a part that a lot of people hate, but I'm pretty okay with it, to be honest. I'm hearing groaning noises everywhere, and I don't know where they're all coming from. There you are. Yeah, this game is basically just a horror game at this point, or sort of a survival horror shooting game. Like, probably Resident Evil. The same friend that came over and said, I hated that movie, about Meet the Robinsons. He came over and he was going to show me Resident Evil 4. Or actually, well, he did show it to me, but that's all he did. He was going to let me play it, and then he put the controller in my hands for 2 seconds, and then he just played the rest of the game by himself. Not the whole game, but, like, as much as he could get done in the time that he was at my house. Because he brought over his Xbox. And I wasn't exactly offended because I didn't really care enough to play it myself all that much, but I still would have liked to play more than, like, what you get by holding the controller for 2 seconds. Okay, this is a bit much. I would like a little bit of space, guys. I have my personal bubble here. You can't force me to socialize. That's better. Yeah, you can kind of tell. You can shoot the lower halves of their bodies, and then they just start kind of crawling with their hands. And that's a little... It's sophisticated for the Nintendo 64, I think. There are a lot of things that this game does that are sophisticated for its time. Alright, I must have killed 12 of them, because there's Greg. I am still embarrassed that I had to die to this at this point, but
Not bad, I suppose.
this part's not bad, it's just, blech.
Right, come on, in you go. And I think you'll find that you're the one who'll be needing a will. Inheritance.
Alright. Pretty sure there are a few more worms here. Undead worms. They're dead. Well, undead. Alright, another embarrassing place to die. Excellent. Getting all the good stuff out of the way today. Really? Again? Tonight is just not my night. I've been recording for almost an hour now. I'm probably gonna stop soon because I'm just conked out. I did mean to kind of discuss, like, with this game specifically, because why would I bring it up with any other game? Like, why I don't swear very much. I mean, why I don't swear at all, really. And the main reason, I guess, is that I was raised with a family that doesn't swear very much. I also just generally feel like curse words are unnecessary. Because you can get a lot of the power from language out of just words. Like, I know that some people have the argument of, well, swear words are just like part of language to me, it's just part of my vocabulary. Well, if that's the case, I feel like maybe you should get a bigger vocabulary, because there is definitely much more than just cursing that you can use to get a point across. Granted, saying the F word really loudly can serve for some comedy purposes, but I don't know, that's not really my style. It's too edgy. This is not the most pleasant topic that I could discuss, but one thing that I thought about recently with this game is maybe one of the reasons that it seems so edgy is that it plays upon a lot of people's, like, sexual attractions, like fetish stuff. And I decided to look up this really long list of philias to see how many of them fit this game, and there are a surprising lot of them that do. Like, for example, some people are attracted to scat. I don't know exactly what that's called, probably like scatophilia. I didn't pay much attention to the scientific names, but like, this game has literally an entire world made of feces, so that kind of plays into that. It has excessive gore sometimes, interspecies relations, I don't know, stuff like that. The weirdest one that I saw on the list, though, and I don't want to make anyone feel bad if they have this, but the weirdest one to me was, it was like a fetish for people who are made into furniture. Just human beings made into furniture. There's a sexual attraction for that. That's really oddly specific to me. I'm not trying to judge anyone who might have this. I'm just really surprised that there's a term for it. Because again, that seems really oddly specific. It's like putting a name to, oh, I derive intimate pleasure from scraping porcupines against each other, or something. I don't know. Enough of this topic. I think we're done.